and Celebi. Your three judges scoring the bout on the 10-point must system, Pumeza Zinakile, Tavo Spampul, and Eric Koza, with the referee in charge of the action at the bell, Ismail Kouali. Introducing to you first, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner, with the trunk colors of white, red, and blue. He weighed in at 69.4 kilograms with a professional record, 3 wins, 4 losses, 2 wins coming by way of a knockout. He fights out of Hillbrow, Johannesburg. Please welcome Wandile, the Destroyer, Ndlela.
The Destroyer.
And his opponents fighting out of the red corner with the trunk colors of silver and white. He weighed in at a trim and ready 69.7 kilograms with a professional record, 8 wins, 3 losses, 5 big wins coming by way of a knockout. He fights out of Boksburg and Gauteng. Please welcome Tristan Truter. 6 rounds of action at the bell.
And going back to the
Right,
respective corner.
We got corner instructions done and dusted, and round 1 should be underway in no time.
Round number 1.
Both guys look like they're in good shape, Hayden.
Yeah, that's the thing about Tristan coming out with some serious intentions. Nice
Very
early
quick,
rush,
very
like
quick.
a
Touch
bull
with
rush.
the jab and down the middle with the right hand.
Look, obviously looking a little bit different to his previous fights, where he's more energetic, coming up different angles. You know, obviously change of camp might have influenced a different approach.
100%, man. Anytime you go to a different camp, you should expect to see something different from the fighter because it's 2 different people, training. So, he feels confident. He feels like he's learned something new as opposed from the Harold Fallback camp where he was last based. But I can tell you now that Wandile is looking quite calm and relaxed, and it seems like his experience as well is carrying him through this fight. Very easy to start the round, and looks like he's looking for his opportunities. Nice light double jab, and nice from Tristan prior to that as well.
He's moving his head a lot more. It's something we haven't seen in Tristan's game.
He's
added an element. He's starting to bleed from the nose already that I've seen. Looks like a good stiff jab might have caused that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tristan is, he does get a bit battered up to the face quite easily. And it's a bit of an unfortunate thing because you're always going to get caught. But, he puts his best foot forward when he's in there, man. So I don't look at that too much when I watch Tristan. I really just look at his style. And again, he's landing some cool, clean shots at the moment.
So he was going on a tear.
Very nice body shot there.
Tristan was going on a tear before he obviously met Boydell and Rocknap in the tournament.
Beautiful body shot down to the body. Look, he was in a great tournament with some top level fighters. You must remember they were rated as the top junior middleweights at the time. So he's definitely been up there, and I think he's going to take a bit of experience from that and bring it into today. You don't ever lose anything when you lose a fight. You only learn, Hayden. You only learn.
Although I will say one thing: boxing's a business. You can't afford to take too many losses.
No, you can't. But
But he is 21 years of age, and
exactly.
What we're seeing here is him manipulating Wandile. Wandile is kind of stalking him, but the angles are definitely being created by Tristan.
Look, man, Tristan is doing really well, but he's not having it all his own way. Wandile is sitting in front of him, also trying to dig his own shots back and working behind that jab. Nice, tight little shots that he's getting through. So it's not a one-sided fight as of now.
Coach Busiam Tolo telling Tristan Truter to bend his knees. He needs to sit down on his punches a little bit more. Last 10 seconds. Interesting 1-for-1. When they get up into the tie. All right, guys, shoot through your...
Both digging into the body on the inside.
End of round 1. Shoot through your comments. We'll try to read out as many as we can throughout the rounds.
Yeah.
A lot of guys talking about Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, which will happen later this evening. Well, in the early mornings in South Africa, we're looking forward to that as well.
It also looks like a big one. They had a lot of animosity in the weigh-in and even after the weigh-in. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. Lusanda shooting through a comment saying Wandile will do this. So he's obviously got confidence in his man to do this. I suppose everyone that supports their respective fighter will vouch for their man.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man, Wandile didn't look like he was out of the fights in that round. He definitely stayed calm and composed, and if we look at the spoiler prior, which is teammates and stablemates of his, he also started off quite slow and worked the fight out as we went. He's got a good camp, so let's see if they make the necessary adjustments coming forward. I still think it's a competitive fight from both guys right now.
Round number 2 underway. As you said, a very competitive fight in the first round. Wandile looking to almost press the pace, and Tristan just creating angles. Interesting different styles, let's put it that way.
Definitely, Hayden.
It's always nice when they come right next to the
I like the fact that they are.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they're both technical boxers. You know, there's no fighting here. There's no not thinking. They're both thinking, and trying to get the better of each other and try to work out that chess match. It's early on, so there's a lot of fire coming from Tristan, a lot of fire, and a nice calm approach coming from Wandile's side. Digging to the body from Wandile, nice straight punches down to the body. Again, working to touch the body, letting the air out the tires, and continuing to come forward.
That's definitely a catchphrase of Ricky Shabalala, letting the air out the tires.
I love it, man. I love it. You know where I learned it from? The late, great Nick Durant. He used to say that, and it stuck in my mind. And it's always the way I thought about bow shots. And I heard also as well from Teddy Atlas. He's overseas.
Two legends of the game.
Exactly.
Break! Step back!
We got a bit of a cut on the top of Tristan's head. Might have been from a headbutt. Might have been from the slip of the glove. I'm not sure. But the blood's not going in the eyes, so it's nothing to worry about at the moment. And I don't think that they would stop the fight for a cut like that. But I do think if it were to get worse, they would look at it. And maybe something for the corner to look at if there is a headbutt clash happening here.
100%. I'm just trying to have a look. Ooh, that was a low shot.
A little bit of a low shot from which the ref did see and address. Blood still pouring from the head of Tristan.
Go.
Evening where cameraman has been bounced.
Listen, man, you're out there and you've got some real strong athletes in front of you, young guys throwing wild shots and accurate but wild shots. So you got to watch out.
So Wandile's game plan looks like he is to wear Tristan Truter down. He's pushing him up against the ropes, looking to force him into doing something maybe he doesn't want to do.
He's been doing it from the beginning of the fight, Hayden. He's been coming forward, and with his poker face, don't look like he's getting affected by these shots. Also with his outputs and work rates, he's being consistent, and again letting go his own shots. Tristan turns him around in the corner, which is a very nice tactical move. And lets go of his own shots as well. Very nice and intense. Intense.
Wow, did you see the look in his eyes?
Last few seconds of the round.
All right, guys, shoot through the comments again. As you said, we got 1 minute to talk about that. But Ricky, in the meanwhile,
yes.
How do you see this? I mean, it's difficult to score that second round, wasn't it?
Sorry,
It's difficult to score that second round. What would you say?
I would say maybe yes, because yes, there was ebbs and flows in that round. Both guys looked like they had their moments, and again, it's looking like the Shabalala camp is coming with a slow tactical approach, and we'll see how this next round goes. They're dealing with the cuts on the top of Tristan's head in the corner, so we'll see if that brings a bit of anxiousness to the fight, but it seems like he's quite calm. It's not bothering him. and we'll see how that goes.
Well, Ndlela obviously fighting out of the Hillbrow Fight Academy with George and Shabalala helping him out in the corner. He's a helpful man. He's been in every single fight, I think, so far.
Definitely, and you need to have a corner that you.
Yes.
So the fighters are confident, and
round number. Well, looks like they're just wiping the canvas. Referee bringing them in. I think he's saying, just watch your heads, man. At this stage, you've got to be careful. Because,
there's obviously accidental headbutts happening.
we want this fight to constitute a fight, which is 4 rounds. Big left hook there from Tristan Truter.
Again, he's coming forward, starting all the rounds quite tough, Wandile has got a poker face, man. I don't know how he's taking this, but then he comes back with his own thing and right back onto trying to push Tristan back. He's turned him back onto the ropes and working his own combinations, slipping out slowly, head to the side.
Let me put it out there. This is the most competitive fight of the evening so far.
Definitely. Both guys are game at it.
There's ebbs and flows in this one. There's not 1 second where a guy is up for too long before the other guy returns something with some purpose.
Exactly. Listen, they're both experienced guys. Don't look at the records, because a loss doesn't mean that you took a loss. It means that you took a learning lesson. And they've definitely got some good learning lessons behind them, which is showing in this fight, man. Both the guys are bringing some quality boxing.
When you get an opportunity like this in front of Uppercut Promotions, you need to put on your show. Cyril Long looks very intense on putting on guys in the future, so
definitely
they're out to impress. Both guys would be out to impress. Obviously, they both want to be in action.
Step back.
Listen, Hayden, I am extremely impressed from all the fights I've seen tonight and all the competitors from both sides, winners and losers, because it looks like the skill of South African boxing is lifting up. It looks like the lockdown actually, guys weren't sitting down, guys were working, and it's proving to be a clear theory here.
Yeah, I mean, both guys don't let up either. They're both really well conditioned, as we mentioned right in the beginning of the fight. We could spot it immediately that the guys were conditioned really well. So, credit to them for being this energetic in round number 3.
I love it, man. I love it. It's good boxing. So with the guys right in the corner, kind of holding tight to each other. Tristan trying to let go of shots on the inside as well. I'm trying to just be as busy as he can. To be honest, he's thrown the more punches. So if it does go down the stretch, I think Tristan would be the man to take it. But again, they're throwing some real killer shots here, man. Big bombs. It's the junior middleweight division, and I think that there's some real fire, speed and fire going on.
Did you see that?
Beautiful.
Those head rolls
from Tristan. Yeah, it looks nice and slick, which means he's confident.
See top level fighters been able to do that, especially with the bag when they roll it and they throw it.
Yes.
Oh, there's some punishment.
Maybe something he's learnt in the Nathan camp, which is definitely coming through in the fight.
Look, it's always refreshing to see when boxers join new gyms, how they perform, what changes they've made, and he certainly implemented some good changes in this one.
Yes, Hayden.
That's the end of round 3.
I think the biggest thing is, and I'll say for both the guys, that whether they're inside, whether they're outside, they are definitely showing their stuff. Tristan, when he was at, and I don't want to dog any trainer, because I believe that it's just fighter and trainer and the connection that you get. And like I said, when I spoke to him earlier in the week, and when I touched base with him when he got here earlier today, he was hungry, he was confident, but he was most confident in his camp. And that's something you need to have as a fighter going in. Again, showing his relaxed style, the way he's slipping out of punches, the way he's working quite confidently on the inside, keeping his opponent at range. But again, you can't count Wandile out. The man is sitting in front of him and making his own plans.
As we see there on the replay, Ndlela working hard on that cut on the head there. Obviously, they're a bit concerned. I mean, obviously, it's not going to drop into the eyes, but still, it's a cut. You need to take care of it.
Yeah, look, Ndela's got a lot of experience in the boxing and a lot of experience with cuts. So I think he's quite confident. And again, his fighters are doing quite well. So it's just going to be about looking at how time goes and how that cut holds up. I don't think they're too worried about it though.
No, it shouldn't be a worry at this stage. As you said earlier in the piece, it's not rolling into the eyes. It's just an uncomfortable spot. Probably it's.
Well, look, when you got a man in front of you that's trying to take a head off, I don't think you're worried about something uncomfortable. I think there's more uncomfortability happening in front of you than there is on the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool, man. It's going to give him another experience to take forward, into his future fights. He's definitely a durable fighter, and we've seen it in the past. So no, I'm not too worried about that.
Predominantly in the past, obviously, Tristan Truter heavily reliant on his jab.
Yes.
He looks like he's added some more, but he's still got a good
My
jab
man,
to his game.
he's got a great jab, but look at the footwork, and that's what's key, Nice slipping out, coming back, changing the angles, putting the punches together, finding the right shots when he needs to, and then still digging on the inside. I think he's starting to come away with this round just a little bit.
Do you know what's really good about this fight and why it's so competitive? And a good point made by someone in the comment section is that Cyril Lahon gave everyone a good camp, full camp. That's why they're coming out this fit.
Definitely. Look, man, I think Cyril did the right thing. He's been around boxing for a very long time as a journalist. I want to talk about it, but the fight is hot, man. There's body shots.
Let's talk about this fight.
There's confidence, Tristan is not playing around, but he's showing his stuff and strutting his stuff and showing that he's
talent was feeling
control. Exactly. He's starting to feel himself, and this is what you want to see from a young fighter. Again, still making sure that he's putting together his combinations and being serious about the fight. Just having fun in there, I guess.
Yeah, it's about that. And that's not to say that Wandile isn't having fun himself, because he's also progressing and making movements forward. So he's showing his intent. That's his style of fighting.
Definitely. Look, Tristan just came with a nice right hand down the middle, which
those aggressive left hooks.
Looked quite effective. And the footwork is key. I'd like to see Wandile just moving to the side a little bit more, maybe getting out the way of those shots, not just dipping down and rolling, because it's becoming a bit predictable and he's starting to get picked off a bit more. He's not out the fight.
No, 100%.
But when you see shots landing like that, I can guarantee it's not the shots you want to be having landed on you at this stage of the round.
It looks like Wandile is also, he likes that overhand left.
Yes.
It looks like he's trying to time Tristan for it.
Definitely, but he needs a bit more work rate, especially
Tristan's
against a man.
Stop!
Like you say, he's moving back and forth. He's in and out with the footwork. He is controlling the ring, with some nice creativity. And I think that he's slowly starting to get the better of his opponent. But again, like we've seen earlier tonight, you cannot count anybody out, baby. Not tonight, especially from the Shabalala camp. These guys know what they're doing. But again, I'm seeing Tristan sitting down, and I'm seeing Wandile hanging both hands over the ropes and looking like he's kind of breathing very heavy.
Do you think that that's a sign that he's not going to continue?
I hope not, and I knew you were going to say it. I didn't want to say it because
it looks like he's quitting on his stool.
It looks like he's saying that he's hurt in some way, or maybe even gas.
Hold on a second. It looks like they might come out. Let's have a look and see what the result is here, because it looks like the fight is over. And that's it. Tristan Truter, the winner of the fight, as Ndlela has not come out of his corner.
Unfortunately, that's not the way you want to win a fight. I think Tristan had a great performance, so I'm not going to take anything away from him. He did everything he needed to do, and his opponent quits on the school, essentially. So Tristan is super happy right now. Laman Cheko used to call it no mas. Let the guys not come out, which means outmatched his guy.
I want to hear from the ring announcer, Dave Curran, when he gets the results of this fight. What was the exact reasoning? Was it that the corner didn't let him out, or was there an injury? It's very important to know these things, because he looks in a great bit of pain.
He does look like he's in a bit of pain. Hayden, I don't know what the result was, and I'm not going to be, the bearer of bad news here. I'd like to hear you as well, and just see where he came from. But one thing I can say is that whether the fight went on or not, Tristan definitely looked like...
I've seen him level up in this fight.
Easy, and he definitely looked like the guy that was controlling from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, as I said, Tristan Truter came out. He put on a good performance tonight. he's done well to come back. You know, it's hard sometimes to come back from results like that, but he proved tonight that you can break through barriers.
He said it, Hayden. He spoke about it in the week.
He messaged you during the week, didn't he? What did he say?
You know what? Actually, it was a quick little trade between him and I did mention him in a post, and he was just a very nice, humble young man, and appreciated me and said thank you for it. And you know, I just showed my love for the man and said, you know, go out there and do your thing, and I appreciate you as well. And you know, I like this man. He's always been nice and humble. We've shared the events together, and I would love to see him go far. So this for me is a very proud moment for the young man. And I think he's got a lot in him. I'll see you now, Hayden.
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue quarter fails to answer the 5th round bell. Your winner, coming by way of technical knockout, Tristan Truter.
And there we have it, everybody. Unfortunately, didn't come out from the corner.